That clap was for Zack Snyder because he did a fantastic job. Let me tell you that. I'm proud to say that I am not a bandwagoner when it comes to Batman vs. Superman because I knew it was a good movie. Yeah, it had some issues with the script in the third and final act with Doomsday, Lex Luthor, whatever his plans were. It didn't make sense in the African scene. But guess what? The Ultimate Edition came out and it makes freaking sense. It's actually amazing. I give even higher props to Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg portraying him because the Ultimate Cut just shows more of his master plan and all the crazy stuff he had underneath all the evil plans he had for Superman and Batman and everyone else involved in this movie. It was amazing. This movie is a solid superhero film. Not just a superhero film, a film in general. Yeah, it still has some problems, what it originally had in the third act, and this movie also in the Ultimate Cut, but it doesn't matter, honestly. It does not matter because it proves that Zack Snyder, it's not his fault. It's Warner Brothers' fault for not letting him bring his true vision of Batman vs. Superman into the theaters. And I blame you, Warner Brothers. Zack Snyder needs to come back, and Geoff Johns and him need to collaborate even more and not put Zack Snyder to the side, okay? So, this is for Zack Snyder, and those guys need to apologize. So this is going to be a spoiler-heavy video. I'm just reminding you. Spoilers, be warned. You have been warned. Let's get down to business for Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Cut Edition, rated R. First of all, the African scene finally makes sense. I have always had a problem with that. I was like, why is everyone hating on Superman? It doesn't make any freaking sense. Why couldn't we just seen what happened there? Why are people talking about what happened to Metropolis, you know? That's why that one African chick was saying, I heard the thunder and the blah, blah, blah. And she even has more scenes in this version, and it makes more sense, and it's more compelling for Clark's side. You understand more, and all leading up to him stabbing Doomsday, it feels way more compelling because we got more screen time with him, and it makes way more sense for those Senate scenes. It just makes more and more sense, and it's way more hitting inside when it comes to that final conclusion in the third act. I mean, why the heck did they not let that scene stay in the theatrical cut? It doesn't make any sense, and that really upsets me. So it starts out with the Air Force or the Army, military, whatever. They send out their drone, and it's going to go hit where Lois Lane is, and then boom, Superman just goes right through it. But before that, those military dudes that were just shooting those random people, well, they got a freaking lighter thing, and they dragged all their bodies in certain areas and lit them all up. So when the people came in, it looked like that Superman laser visioned all of them. It's such good film, such good storytelling. And you can see why I'm so angry, because instantly when I saw that, I was like, that is why they think he killed all those people. And the bullet with Amy Adams, Lois Lane's character, that bullet throughout the whole film, it's not useless. I thought it was kind of just an excuse to have her have screen time. No, it's actually very essential in the original version of it, this ultimate version. And let me talk about Lex now. A lot of people have been hating Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal of Lex Luthor. I think he did a fine, good job in the theatrical cut. This version, he really shows that he's an evil man. He's got so many good ideas going through his insane head, and he's personally up the list now of my top favorite DC villains right now. Maybe even superhero villains. I gotta still think about it. I need to watch it again right now. I've only seen it once, and then I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray too. But back to the point. The whole Senate scene where the dude blew up and Superman's like, he was standing right there, Lois. I could have saved him, but blah, 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 whatever else he says, you know, being Superman-like. Lex had lead all around it. Superman cannot see through lead. That's why he couldn't see the bomb. Like, another good point, when studios get in the way of, we need to have a 2.5 hour cut, Zack Snyder be like, but this is what my true vision is. Warner Brothers Studios be like, well, we need to make some more money and we're afraid to have a 3-hour cut, even though it's amazing, we did a standing ovation to it, you still need to cut 30 minutes down. No! You don't! People will still see it. Oh my goodness. Whew, I'm getting red. Oh, with anger and happiness at the same time. Okay, let's move back to Lex Luthor in the Senate room with the explosion. Boom, Superman. So that makes way more sense for me why he couldn't just stop that guy in the wheelchair. And also, I didn't know this. I thought he wanted to kill himself. The dude, he wanted to kill Superman. But I thought, I was like, wait, isn't he indestructible? Shouldn't you think about that, dude? You cannot kill Superman with just freaking a bomb. But it explains it in this cut. There's a scene with Jenna Malone's character where she helps Amy Adams with the scene with the bullet and who belongs to what company. LexCorp, Lex Luthor. You know, you connect the dots. Bada bing, bada boom. It's pointed to Lex Luthor. Shortly after that scene, Jenna Malone's character also talks to Amy Adams about what happened in the Senate and why Superman couldn't see the bomb. It was because it was covered in lead, you know. And then after that, Amy Adams goes to the bomber's house and notices something really strange. She checked in the fridge and she saw there was a cup. I believe there was a cup or something that just like looked like somebody was recently there just drinking. And then she looked into the fridge. It was fully loaded. Just, there was so much food in there, which meant he didn't know he was going to die. And maybe I'm just stupid and I didn't know that Lex Luthor was the one that, like, you know, caused the bombing. But that, for me personally, blew my mind even more because it showed more storytelling in the way it flowed together. That's another thing with this version. It flows way more better in the first and second, and to me personally, the third act too. Even though the Doomsday, we have an issue with that in Lex Luthor and his plan. But besides all that, there is so much more positives in this cut of this film. It's so good. Another positive thing in this Ultimate Edition is Clark Kent's side. Oh my gosh. There was so many more good scenes with him, and he smiles too. So that's for all you haters that don't think Mr. Henry Cavill smiles. Behind me right over here, he smiles sometimes, okay? Sometimes, I understand, he looks really upset, but trust me, he smiles in this. Another positive is this jail scene where they move the guy who in the beginning where Batman was beating up and he branded, well, they move him from Gotham General to Metropolis. And what that brand means is like a death sentence. And that death sentence, anybody who goes into that jail will die. So pretty much, Lex is behind that. Lex is also behind those pictures of the judge, jury, and executioner. And he sees the photos of the guy who was killed. And he also meets the wife or the girlfriend, whatever, and his child. And oh, it was so well done. You see Clark being like, this man needs to be stopped. He is a murderer. He's taking people's families away from them. He needs to be stopped now. And I won't talk about the fight. There's only one little cool extra thing, but you just need to watch this movie, guys, okay? You just need to watch this movie. Last thing before I give it a score and a grade is the pacing. I just need to reestablish that the pacing in this movie is so much smoother. The first hour goes by like that. The second hour, boom. The third hour, boom. It feels honestly even shorter than the 2.5 hour version of it. My goodness, guys, this is gonna be a tough one to grade. So my first grade, I don't believe I gave a number for the movie, but my grade for the theatrical version was a B+. Hopefully I'm correct, but I believe it was a B+, which is about an 8.5. And so for my ultimate cut, my grade is a solid A. Yeah, I said an A. Deal with it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is my Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice review. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends all about me. And don't forget to comment below and let me know what you thought of this video. You guys be safe. Go watch the movies. Have a good time. And don't forget to be blessed.